Hello, I'm Sarah Allison, and this is my husband, Jordan Allison. I was diagnosed with stage 3 brain cancer December 19th, 2014, and I was healed by God's authority in my life on February 8th, 2015. This is our story. I had a seizure in the middle of the night. We ended up finding out that I had a brain tumor. It was pretty scary. We have a 1-year-old, so he was there, and that was scary for both of us. But waking up and not being able to remember where you were, what you were, who you were, they're asking you questions and you can't remember anything, it's pretty terrifying. And they told me you had a seizure. They do the CAT scan, and not long after that they come in and they say it's rare that we're finding anything, but unfortunately in this case we found a brain tumor. It's kind of one of those moments where your life flashes in front of you. We were, I don't know, it's kind of like the light goes out of your eyes. I'm 27 years old. I didn't have any symptoms, so we were shocked. Very scared. You hear you have a brain tumor, you think, well, this is it for me. He came in to kind of say goodbye to me, and I told him, I just cried, and I said, I want you to find another wife. I want you to find somebody who will love Gideon. And, he was like telling me to stop. Obviously, he was scared too. But he's like, Sarah, stop, stop, stop. And I'm just crying. And I'm, laying in bed, and I'm just crying out to God. I'm like, God, I don't understand this. Like, why is this happening to me? He just crawled into the bed with me, and he wrapped his arms around me, and he said, "Fear not, Sarah, I am with you. I've got this. Be faithful to me, and I'll be faithful to you. It's going to be hard, but place your worries, place this on me, surrender this to me." And so it was just a great rock for me to stand on.
You called me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail, and there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand.
The next week I went into the surgery.
The surgeon was pretty positive that it would be just a stage 1 or a stage 2 form of brain cancer, and that she wouldn't need any sort of follow-up therapy at all or anything to treat any lingering effects. And so we went into it worried much more about the surgery itself. For me, that was where most of the fear was. It was about the surgery itself, because we didn't know what was yet to happen for us.
So I went into the surgery, and I wasn't scared. I went in fearless, and God gave that to me. I was just resting on God's promise. He told me that not to worry about it, to surrender it to Him, and so I was like, okay, all right. And I thought, He at that time, He said it was going to be hard. He said that to me, and I thought, oh, it's the surgery. The surgery's going to be hard.
So the surgery was a complete success. The surgeon achieved a total gross resection. I remember the night right after the surgery, when we first went in to see Sarah, she had really chapped lips, and so she asked for a chapstick, and she didn't have the muscles to actually hold it, so I just held it up to her mouth, and she just went. We knew pretty quickly that she was still there, which was our biggest concern about the surgery, was just that we would lose her. She was up and walking around the very next morning. It was amazing. I remember just being so happy, so joyful that God had been faithful to us, that He had seen us through, that the surgery was successful, believing that we'd made it through, that we'd made it through this tough part of our lives, and we were just going to wait now for the recovery, and then we'd just be back to normal in no time. But that wasn't the case for us.
And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. I am yours, and you are mine.
So a few weeks after the surgery, we went back into the surgeon's office to get the pathology report. And we were both pretty taken aback when he told us that it came back as a stage 3 brain tumor. That meant that with treatment that we could expect Sarah to live 5 more years, and that without treatment it'd probably be 2 or 3 years before the cancer did what cancer does.
I think when you go in not expecting to hear that, it was really hard. It's really, really hard. Right before Christmas, we got in the car and I just remember saying to Jordan, like, I don't want this for us. Like, I don't want this for you. I don't want this for Gideon. I don't want this for my family. Like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, this isn't what God said to me. God told me that not to worry about it, that I was going to be fine. And so I'm like, I don't understand this. I'm like, why would you say this to me? Now it's not true. The doctors are telling me that I'm going to die. God, why would you say this to me? I feel like you led me to believe something that wasn't true. I was frustrated. The doctors were recommending aggressive treatment, chemo, radiation. I didn't want that. I mean, who does? But it was more than that for me. And I didn't understand it at the time. It was the Holy Spirit speaking to me even then. And I felt radiation and chemo, it was, for me, I couldn't help it. I felt like it was me just saying, all right, I'm going to die.
And I remember spending just hours just looking up stage 3 brain cancers and anaplastic astrocytomas, and
which is the worst thing to do, by the way.
I cried a lot because what normally happens isn't good, and it's not what you hope for. That wasn't where Sarah was.
The difference between us is Jordan was accepting that, but I was fighting it. God had told me that wasn't true. I started going down this road of like, okay, God, this is what you said to me, so please lead me.
And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. I am yours.
So when Sarah decided to quit doing radiation, it wasn't a surprise to me. She quit because she had faith that God was going to heal her. I wanted her to quit because I wanted the 5 years of life that she had to be years that she would be happy with, and full of her making a choice that she believed in and that she was proud of, one that would give her a healthy mindset. And I think that's where we differed the most, was in that she wanted to make a choice out of believing in God and believing in His power and His authority and His goodness and His power to heal her. And I wanted to make the choice that would feel best. So when she told me that she was quitting radiation, I wasn't surprised, but I was scared. I was really scared because in my mind, radiation meant 5 years of life, and not doing radiation meant 2, maybe 3. I was supportive and I was happy that she made that choice, and I believed that was the right choice for her. I didn't believe that it was a choice that would lead to healing, but I believed that it was the right choice for her. So even though I grew up hearing of miracles and believing in God's power, and I hadn't let it become a part of who I was, I believed it.
He didn't.
I believed it.
Believed
I believed it theoretically.
That's not believing it. He didn't believe it. I didn't either. It's okay. Neither of us did. We do now.
My trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith would be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. above the waves. My soul will rest in your embrace. I am yours, and you are mine.